What are you going to do for us, Mr.
I'm trying to tell you.
What can you? What can you? If you tell us what you're capable of, we'll back you.
I am trying to tell you that I know now there is no program or promise that a president can make that the federal government can come in and wave a wand and do this. Yes, there is legislation in Congress, legislation for cooperation between government, between the private sector.
That was Ronald Reagan back in 1980, taking a deep dive into deep blue New York, helping him actually flip the script and win that state. JFK had his own reversal, winning deep red West Virginia, appealing to coal miners there. And now it's Donald Trump's turn, campaigning in the Bronx, trying to win over a state that has not voted Republican since, you guessed it, Ronald Reagan back in 1984. And like the Gipper and JFK, could Trump actually flip the script? Well, let's ask political reporter Sarah Bedford. Sarah, in politics, obviously, anything is possible. We've learned that.
That's right. And we've seen Donald Trump really grow his support with minority voters, with Hispanic voters, with black voters. In 2020, Joe Biden carried black voters by 92%. In the latest Pew Research poll, Joe Biden is only carrying them by 77%. That's a double-digit loss in just 4 years. And we're seeing Donald Trump make those gains, I think, because he's not really speaking to racial groups in the sort of divisive way that you see Democrats address it. He's speaking to the working class, and he's treating all Americans, regardless of their backgrounds, according to class in a way. And so I think that that message has really been appealing, that he knows the average American feels like they can't get ahead, that their paycheck isn't covering as much as it used to. And that sort of message is actually a pretty unifying message. And it's one that we're hearing Donald Trump promote more and more, and that's eating into the constituencies that put Joe Biden in the White House.
You know, speaking of flipping the script, it really does feel, and you know, I'm an economics guy. And I'm sincere when I say I don't know that there's ever been a president who's been better for wealthier people than Joe Biden. The $1.9 trillion, bill that he pushed through, all of that money eventually trickles up to the top 1%. They're paying the college loans off for people who graduated. Graduating from the American university is a gift. Honestly, I mean, yeah, it's expensive, more expensive than in the past, but over your lifetime, you make millions of dollars more than someone who didn't go to college. You live better. Your children live better. It really is amazing to me. And to your point, Trump is seizing on that.
Right. A lot of Joe Biden's policies right now are catering to the country's elite, whether that's tax breaks for electric cars, for giving the college debt of people who obtained master's degrees or doctorate degrees or arts degrees. These aren't problems that the working class are really concerned about right now. And to the extent that Joe Biden is talking about the economy, he's just highlighting how good it is. Bidenomics is what everyone should be celebrating right now, according to Joe Biden. And the way the Democrats have framed it is that if you, as an American sitting at home, don't agree that the economy is doing well, then maybe you're just too dumb to understand the economic numbers that show that it is humming along. Donald Trump doesn't speak to Americans like that, and he's not prioritizing elite issues.
Sir, I've got to ask you also, I saw a headline recently with the fundraising. That seems to have changed. The tide is changing there as well, and Trump is coming on strong.
That's right. If fundraising is a proxy for enthusiasm, as a lot of political analysts often put it, then Donald Trump is leading by that metric. In April, he raised significantly more money than Joe Biden's political machine. Now, unfortunately, because of all of the lawfare that's been directed at Donald Trump, a lot of the impact of that additional fundraising is blunted by the fact that so much of that money has to go to Donald Trump's legal defenses. But nonetheless, if you're looking at this as a metric of how excited donors are about each respective candidate, I do think that it shows the excitement, the enthusiasm, the momentum at this point is behind Donald Trump. And it's one of many reasons why I think the Democrats are starting to get a little bit more nervous about their prospects in November.
Yeah. Between that and showing up in the South Bronx, they probably are getting pretty nervous. Sarah, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.